This is working, right? Can you hear me? Hear me? Hello? Yes.
Mic check one, check, check. Mic
One,
check,
two,
chicken and cheese.
one, two, two.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're working back on the 52 Chevy, and this time we're actually been working on the Altman Latch kit. Now this is going to be a little bit of a different install, so if you want the full Altman Latch kit install on a truck, I'll link that down below in the description. We did want a complete install step-by-step on Dave's channel. This install is going to be a slightly custom install, as I'm not going to be bolting the latch kit in. I'm going to be cutting down the latch panel as best I can, the plate that normally bolts up to the inside of the door. I'm going to cut that down small, and I'm going to try to recess that right in and smooth it out and weld it into place. That way the latch will be permanently installed in the door, so instead of actually worrying about getting the handles working on the truck, I'm not worried about that right now, as eventually the handles are going to be shaved off. And we might take out the window in the doors, but right now we just want to see if we can mock these up in a custom fashion. Eventually we're going to be putting in door poppers, power windows, so that's going to be coming up in a future video. So this video right now, we're just worried about getting the latches installed and get the doors opening and closing nicely. Then we'll worry about getting the interior door handles that we picked up at the junkyard in a couple videos ago. So we're going to be working on that right now. So as we're waiting for Dave to get here, I'm going to get stuff cleaned up around here. So let's get to it. Okay, so right now we're going to work on taking the original latch out of the door. We're going to take the bar out. We're going to take the handle off. We're going to take the window crank out. We're probably going to take the entire trim around the window out, just because we're going to both start working at tearing this whole door down in preparation of doing the latch today. And then in another video, we're going to do power windows with the one-piece windows. So we got this part off, the window frame. I've been framed!
I was very pleased at how my door latches came out.
They work better for you?
I haven't had a problem since.
All right, so we
now
just took this piece off here.
And then it's keyed, so you just got to take the little spring deal out. All right, so there's that one piece. See, isn't that pretty? Ooh. Ooh. This is probably, actually, these are actually kind of expensive pieces.
So save it.
And this is actually in really pretty good shape. So I would probably say someone out there in truck land might need this piece. This piece, not so much, but this piece, nice and straight. The other side is even just about as good as this.
I don't need those anymore, right?
This is actually your window deal.
I need that?
This is one of those pieces that you actually use.
Oh.
You get another one of these. It goes down in here somewhere.
Okay. And
you make a little bracket to put it to this, and that's what your window goes up and down.
Okay.
So you put the left on the right and the right on the left. So you get, that's why it only calls for one of these. But this is actually in good shape.
Look what we found.
Ow!
It's high quality glass. The original 1952 glass.
It's an antique.
So we're taking these two screws out here. This whole little triangular window is going to come out the vent window. Slowly working it out.
Just like that. What are you talking about?
Ta-da!
See, that's where the bolt's supposed to be.
Oh.
And this one apparently is broke.
So I know a lot of you are going to complain about leaving the vent windows in, but I'm in Tampa, Florida, and
it's hot.
It's very hot down here. If I have the vent window open, I'll be going down the expressway. It'll be 90 degrees outside, blowing 90-degree air at me. So I'm just getting rid of the vent windows. Going to put in one-piece windows. I'll probably never open the windows in the truck. In my daily driver car, I never open the windows. Once I get air conditioning running here, that's the plan. Bang.
These are the rain guards of the 50s. All right, so the door, this is it. It's done.
The door's all done.
Done door.
So we're gonna open up the box and see what's inside the box right now. All right, so what's inside the box? This is what it comes with when you order it.
Doodad.
We've got 2 latch plates here. And this is what we're gonna modify. These plates, they're supposed to bolt on the outside edge of the door. I'm thinking about cutting it around and then splicing this right into the door and welding it around, smoothing it out. So that's one option we're looking at doing right there. And then you have the actual Altman latch here. Clips on right here in the door. And then the door handle normally pushes on this thing right here and unlatches the latch. We're probably gonna end up taking this latch off, being that it's gonna be a popper door. So we're not gonna have to push. This is no longer gonna be active in the truck here to unlatch. We're gonna have a little popper that's gonna pull and pop that latch open. And the other side here on the latch right here goes to your door handle. Latches, then when you pull on the inside handle, it opens it up. So we got latch plates, 1 for each side right here.
Ooh, these pieces go in these holes. This is what actually keeps your door closed.
We've got 2 arms that we're not gonna end up using, these arms here, because we're actually gonna be using the, what is it, Chevy Cobalt handles. So we don't need these, we're not gonna use these.
You had Cruise.
Oh, Chevy Cruise, not Cobalt.
Mine are Cobalt.
So when we did Dave's, if you look down below, I'm gonna leave a link to Dave's install for the latches. Because that was a true, actual install. Mine's gonna be totally different. We actually had to run out and find the bolts for Dave's striker bolts, these things, because they didn't come with it in the kit. It was supposed to, we didn't have the right ones, but it looks like we have the right ones this time. See if it fits. Okay, so these fit nicey nice. That's what it looks like in the truck here, that your latch goes onto right there. And it also comes with the instructions and some templates that you use to cut out, but we're not going to use these. So it comes with the instructions right here, pretty much step by step. Comes with colored pictures. And then the last page is your templates. This is what you're supposed to cut out on the side of your door, is this latch panel here, which I don't want to end up cutting this much out because we're not going to need to cut that much out to install the latch. I might actually hold the latches up and not even use those panels. Maybe I could just fill in where we don't need to. So right now I've got the latch out in the door here. So this kind of fits perfectly up in here. It's kind of keyed right to the door, and you can kind of see a couple of the bolt holes that it kind of matches up with. It only kind of fits in one spot, but instead of having this whole panel in here, I was thinking about cutting this down. I think we want to go all the way that way as much as we can, and then just recess this whole panel. Don't even need this side at all. So we have to figure out where this panel would go stock, cut it, and then put it back to where it would go. And then cut this panel down to what we want, and then cut it out close. So I say we go right there. We could literally fill this in right now, right? And then just fill that in, trace this out, cut this section out, mark these, drill those 3 holes.
Well, I'm saying you should drill 2 holes so we know that it's going back in the same spot every time.
Okay.
So drill a hole here and drill a hole here for clecos, just to hold it in place, so we know it's going back and forth in the same spot.
Yep. So the goal is to not use this plate at all. So that's what we're going for right now. We're gonna fill this hole in right here, set this over it, mark out where this hole right here is, where the latch goes. These 3 holes here go to the latch. This hole, this hole, this hole. We need this hole cut out of the actual door. Then we don't need this plate at all, in theory. But we need to fill this panel piece in first. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is I'm gonna take I'm gonna put painter's tape over that, and I'm gonna cut around it with the razor blade, take the tape out, stick it on a piece of sheet metal, and just trace it out and cut that out. Set it back in there with magnets, start tacking it around. Flappy wheel it smooth. These I could probably almost weld shut.
Probably. One drawback with those plates, it's not stainless steel. So if you put them on a painted truck, they're going to rust.
These have been sitting in the box since September, and they're already rusting.
Yeah, mine's already rusting.
So we gotta deconstruct Dave's truck, paint these, put them back in.
Eventually.
There's our shape. We're gonna plop this down onto a piece of sheet metal now and probably cut it out with the jigsaw. And then we'll just set it back into place here, tack it all the way around, smooth it out with the flappy wheel, and that'll be ready to go. So I've got this piece right here, and here's my piece of sheet metal right here. Basically, I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna plop it right down on the edge here.
Yeah, plop it, Phil. Plop it. Might as well make two, because you know the other side's gonna need it.
So now that that's plopped, I'm gonna trace that out with the marker. We'll plop it down again, trace it out again, and we'll cut two of these out. Just use a jigsaw right around here. I should be able to cut pretty easily as long as it's not flopping around on me. Nobody likes a flopper McFlopperton. So we're gonna use the trash can as our workbench. Right here I've got the two pieces kind of drawn out right here where we're gonna cut out, and we just have to get them close. Once they're close, we can use the flat wheel to kind of smooth them out and get them honed in perfectly.
Hey-ya. Hey-ya.
Oh no, it's gonna do that.
Oh, Caesar. Little Caesar's pizza. For the love of Little Caesars. Oh.
So I just picked up these flat wheels off of Amazon. SATC, come in like a 20 pack for 20 bucks, so it's $1 a flat wheel. Comes with 40, 60, and 120 grit, I believe. So I'm gonna try these out right now and see how they compare to the benchmark abrasive ones. So we've got that hole that was right here all patched up, smoothed out, nicey nice. We've got these 3 holes we need to drill right there. We need to cut this little section out here. And the latch should, in theory, bolt right up to where we need it to go. And the only question would be, do we need to cut any of this stuff out on this side if the latch is sticking out too far this way? We might need to clearance it this way, but it might be hitting this part here.
Yeah, possible.
But this is the hardest part. If we can get this to conform to where we want it to, we'll be in really good shape. So we're just bolting in the plate here with the stud on it. I'm surprised he's actually screwing. He's 70-something years old.
Well, we know this side's been taken apart.
Still. Too high. Gotta go down.
Not too much though.
I feel like it needs to go down still. feel like it's raising up when you're hitting it. Oh, there's a double click, right?
That's the double click.
Sticks out more. The unlatch is so easy.
Yeah. But it's more like
boom.
Alright everyone, that's going to be a wrap for this video. As you can see, Dave and I were able to get the Altman latches custom installed into the driver's side of the 52 Chevy here. The latches work with the outside button. Eventually that's going to get shaved off and poppers are going to be installed. That's coming up in a future video. And as you can see, the inside of the panel looks perfect. I just have to do a little bit of touch-ups with the holes that were in there from the stock latches, but it shuts perfectly. No effort involved at all to shut this. So coming up in a future video, we're going to tackle the passenger side Altman latch install. We're going to do door poppers, power windows, dash, get everything situated, and then we move on to bodywork. So as always, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, smash that big red subscribe button, smash that bell icon so you know when I do post future videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.